If I tell you that a man sold the Taj Mahal, Red Fort, Rashtrapati Bhavan, and even the Parliament House, and people were duped into buying them, what would you say? Hard to believe, right? But it's true. This is the story of Natwarlal from Mithilanchal, of India's biggest con artist, who manipulated the entire system with such skill that people did not even feel cheated. His name was Mithilesh Kumar Srivastava, but the world knew him as Natwarlal. This person from Sitamarhi district in Bihar was not only skilled in deceit but also a mastermind. His greatest talent was the art of flawlessly copying original signatures. He used this talent in such a way that big businessmen and even government officials fell for his tricks. Today, we will tell you stories of some of his deeds that will make you wonder if such things can even happen. So, let's begin. In the 1950s, Natwarlal made a plan that would shock anyone upon hearing it. He presented himself as an officer of the Government of India and said that the government was thinking of privatizing some historic places. He spread a rumor that there was a plan to convert the Taj Mahal into a luxury hotel and that the government was going to sell it to a wealthy foreign businessman. This matter quickly spread in business circles. Now, Natwarlal needed someone interested in buying the Taj Mahal who would not catch on to his trick. After some time searching, he targeted a French businessman who wanted to invest in real estate and luxury hotels in India. Natwarlal presented himself as a senior government official and convinced the businessman that he was a high-level officer in the tourism ministry. He also created a fake government tender stating that the Taj Mahal was being leased for a limited time and only a select few would have the opportunity to bid on it. The French businessman got very excited about the idea of buying the Taj Mahal. Natwarlal called him to Agra and arranged a grand meeting. He introduced the businessman to some local officials who were actually his own accomplices in the scam. In this meeting, Natwarlal showed some secret documents which stated that the Indian government is quietly selling the Taj Mahal and that it is a highly confidential deal. The merchant was completely convinced that he was getting a unique chance. During the deal, Natwarlal agreed to sell the Taj Mahal for 50 lakh rupees, which was a very large amount at that time. Now Natwarlal asked for 10 lakh rupees in advance. The French businessman gave the money in cash without any suspicion. He felt he was making a historic deal. As soon as Natwarlal received the money, he changed his identity and left the city. When the trader met the actual government officials, he found out that there was no such deal. By the time the police were involved in the investigation, Natwarlal was already in another part of the country looking for a new victim. If you were shocked to hear about selling the Taj Mahal, just imagine what it would feel like when you find out that Natwarlal also sold the Parliament House. Let's tell you how he accomplished this feat. This time, he thought of doing something that would shake the whole country. He knew that several foreign companies wanted to invest in India and were interested in buying or leasing government properties. So, what then? He made a plan to sell the Parliament House. This time, he introduced himself as the Special Secretary of the Government of India, who is tasked with selling the Parliament House for an industrial project. Now the question was, who will be the target? This time, Natwarlal chose a well-known industrialist who wanted to expand his business in India. Natwarlal gave him a secret offer and said that the government was thinking of converting the Parliament House into a corporate center. Upon hearing this, the businessman was a bit surprised, but Natwarlal spoke with such confidence that he became convinced it was a private deal, meant only for a few select investors. Natwarlal prepared deal documents on a fake government letterhead, which included fake tender papers, plans of the Parliament building, and files with government seals. he introduced his con associates as government officers to the industrialist. Now came the biggest move: price. Natwarlal said that the price of the parliament building is 100 crore rupees, and out of that, 25 crore will have to be given in advance. The businessman felt he was about to make a historic deal. Without delay, he handed over millions of rupees in cash and checks to Natwarlal. Sometime later, when he met the real government officials, he realized he had been conned. But by then, it was too late. Natwarlal had long disappeared. It wasn't that Natwarlal was never caught. In fact, he was arrested many times. But each time, he managed to escape from the police's grip in some way or another. However, once the police succeeded in taking him to court. But even there, Natwarlal showed the cleverness of his cunning mind and escaped. How? Let us tell you about the 1960s. After fraud cases were registered in several states, the police arrested Natwarlal again and presented him in court. This time, there were quite serious charges against him, and the police were fully confident that he would not escape jail. But Natwarlal was Natwarlal. During the court hearing, he told the judge that he was an educated man and wanted to defend himself. According to Indian law, any accused person has the right to defend themselves, so the judge granted permission. Natwarlal defended his case so smartly that even the judge was astonished. He presented legal points and sections of the law so perfectly that everyone present in the court was shocked to see his legal knowledge. The police officers, who were merely considering him a conman, were now astonished by his legal skills. Everyone thought that Natwarlal was just trying to reduce his sentence, but in fact, he was planning to escape. During the court proceedings, when the security was slightly reduced, he took full advantage of the opportunity. He quietly slipped away in front of everyone and disappeared in the blink of an eye. By the time the police realized anything, Natwarlal had already escaped from the court. This incident proves that Natwarlal was not just a conman, but a super intelligent person who was a master of law, psychology, and opportunity. By the 1980s, his name was recorded in the files of every police station, but he was never caught. In 1996, the Delhi police arrested him for the last time. But this cunning 97-year-old vanished again as soon as he came out of Patiala jail. After that, no one saw him. Now listen to the twist. According to government records, Natwarlal died in 1996. However, his family members claimed that he was alive until 2009. Now, who was telling the truth and who was lying? No one knows. But one thing is certain. Even today, if someone carries out a super smart con, people say, "Hey, you're like Natwarlal." The story is over, but the swindling still continues. So next time someone offers you a super deal, think twice. Is there a new Natwarlal somewhere?